Hello and welcome. Whoa, starting with a kick. This is Playing Favorites Replay. I'm Paul,
I'm
and that's
Justin.
Justin taking a drink.
Get ready. I think we're gonna fight some dragons today.
Oh my God, is that really what's coming next here? It's been a while. I really don't remember what's going
It's
on.
got
in
to
this
be
part.
close to the dragon, I think.
Just saw Ratatouille going that way.
Yeah. So yeah, it's our part 5 of our series. Getting ready for Ragnarok coming out in a few weeks
this
here.
Is a lot of bodies.
And it's been a blast doing our
Yes.
share play of the PS5 version of God of War. I honestly don't even remember we got the Light of Elfheim last time, right?
Tell me what you see.
And
We got the Light of
Well,
Alfheim,
they look
and
like
we
men,
fought
not
the boss.
giants.
We fought
Correct.
a
Thieves
big
seeking
elf
treasure.
dude, the elf
See the
lord.
traps?
Oh yeah.
and then
Lucky
we
for us, they set them all off.
Be grateful these
Yeah, we
stay
went
dead.
a little bit past.
And
Went a little bit past that, but yeah.
We got rid of the Black Death, right? Isn't that what that was? Black Death?
The statue.
The Black
we made
Breath.
it across.
Yes.
The Black Death.
Read it.
Yes,
Read
sir.
it, boy. Yes, got rid of the
Oh,
Black Breath, and we're
this is
on
Duroff.
our way here.
One of the 4 stags of the World Tree. He's supposed to watch the entrance to Jotunheim while the giants sleep.
I want Ross
Think he's still
from
there?
I do not know.
Horizon Zero Dawn and Kratos to hang out.
You know, I feel like there's so many similarities, like follow. You know, this is so.
I mean, Ross has a little bit more emotion than Kratos does, but like at least he's caring and like helps people and like, you know, but like he does follow rules. But Kratos kind of doesn't really follow rules.
Well,
really.
Kratos will say, you know, we make our own rules. Like he says that quite often.
Start off with a good chest ripper. You're heating up.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
on fire. Play some NBA Jam. Chest ripper.
There you are.
Looks like we got them all.
There's only one.
One dude.
There's one
and he,
guy.
he like nearly killed me. There we go. Okay.
How's your week been? We had a little break on our streams last week, so we got a little.
Yes.
We didn't do our Thursday night stream.
No, we didn't. But it's been good. It's been good. It's been a very busy week for me, work wise, but otherwise, you know, I've been resisting the urge to watch all the like final reviews people are giving for Ragnarok. I just like trying to avoid.
Well, those are all previews. There's no reviews out yet. You can check those out.
Yeah, they'll, you know, it's like I don't want anything to be spoiled.
No, I listened to a few previews. It's very bare bones. It just gives you high level like what their thoughts are. And to be honest though, it's like what you expect it to
Peak
be.
is still our goal.
You know, it's
We
like
find a
it's
way
not
out.
that don't be that a bad thing. It's just like what I've heard is it's more God of War, but
Oh,
it's,
good.
You know, they didn't mess that up. They didn't make a different game.
That's good. It's not like I don't know why this came to mind, but the Banjo-Kazooie game made by Rare, Nuts and Bolts. It's like they turned it into a car building game instead of a Banjo-Kazooie game.
Was that what it was? I don't even know what they made it into, but
The highest peak in the
yeah.
realms. Think Mom knew this was the Giants Mountain?
No,
It was
the
a terrible
request has been
idea.
more
They
complicated
turned it into
than
a
she
car
could have
building
foreseen.
game. Yeah, where's this take me? I'm just looking for health and stuff here at this point. But I'll open this awesome.
they did make some comments on how like Atreus is a little. I mean, I guess some people would find Atreus a little annoying in this game because he's he's a kid, but he had a voice change, the actor, so
Yeah,
he doesn't sound as annoying, I guess.
I think that's pretty hard. But I mean, considering that this is like a child actor, you know, doing the voice and like doing some of the mocap with Christopher Judge, I think it's really well done.
Yeah, I remember seeing those two together on the stage at the video game boards.
Read it, boy.
It's a name, I think. Braslier. It means terror.
Sure.
What's that?
Boy, wait. Found a
Weird.
bucket.
There's a candle all tangled up with string and some sort of animal hide. Some kind of lantern? No wick, though.
That is of no use to us. The Bifrost lights our way.
I have nothing really exciting that really happened this
Hey.
past week.
What do you think lit these
Yeah,
torches?
nothing new.
Well, I do have
Eyes
something I
open.
can share, I guess. Oh my god. I've been trying not to bring it up, but I'm going to bring it up with you.
Oh, boy. What's this?
Okay, have you heard of this movie that just came out called Terrifier 2?
What is it called?
Terrifier 2.
Terrifier 2. No.
So it's a horror movie, obviously.
But
That just got released, like I think over the weekend or recently, very recently. And I was like seeing all these articles about like people were going to theaters and like vomiting and throwing up because of how gruesome and like horrible, like
Stop that.
how intense
that
the
was
movie
just-
is, I guess, because it's one of those like
Okay.
gore horror movies. It's not. It
Okay.
probably isn't
Yeah.
as scary, but it's like it's a slasher movie. It's got like this like it's a sequel too, so it's like it's about a clown named Art. It's like a mime looking guy. So it's like think of what a mime looks like, but like really scary looking mime.
Okay. A
and
scary
he's-
mime.
Yeah, a scary mime.
Good.
Name Art.
Where are we?
I did not
Scary
watch
mime.
this movie. I did not
When
watch
this
this
claw
movie.
reaches the summit, our goal is near.
But there were some people that were chatting about it that said they saw the movie and like it was saying that it was the most brutal kill they've ever seen in a horror movie ever. And I got like intrigued, so I was like, I'm just gonna see how crazy this is. Like people are vomiting and throwing up in the
Looks
movie
like somebody's
theaters
supposed to
and
roll on this.
like wondering how bad it is.
That's good press for them. I'm sure they
Well,
love that.
yeah, it made $5 million in the box office. In the budget of the movie was only $250,000. And
That's great.
it actually, to its credit, like because I did see things from this film, for being $250,000, it's well made, like movie.
Oh, so they use their money wisely. A nice.
There's gotta be a way to
done.
make that claw work.
Okay.
So I got like kind of curious about what
I think
this
I
is.
see
So
how
I
this
googled
works.
a bunch of things. It was
Claws
really
on
hard
one
to find it, but
side.
eventually found a YouTube
And
clip.
if we get this unstuck,
I'll give it a minute.
So I remember this clearly. Like Atreus
I
messes
think
this
the
up.
rope's stuck under that rock.
That was careless.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Oh.
Disappointed, but it's okay.
Stop. Well, maybe we can find our way up through there. After, getting rid of those things.
So did you actually see the movie, or were you just watching clips of it? Sorry.
I didn't really want. Well, obviously, there's no way. I don't know how to watch the movie. I'm not gonna go to the theaters to see it.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like kind of curious what this was. I was like, what is like? Because this guy that made that comment, he watches like a ton of horror movies, like, and the fact that he said this is the most brutal thing ever. And I really honestly have been kind of falling off at modern day horror, like the Saw movies that got like really gory and all that stuff. Like I never got, I can't get into those as much, but I like watching them on like the Kill Count with Dead Meat, another YouTube channel. If people are watching, go check that YouTube channel out. It's great. But like
That's a great channel. Okay, yes, go on.
But it's I was just curious about it, so I googled everything, trying to figure out, like, and I found out, it's a bedroom scene. Okay, so it's a scene that happens in a bedroom. That's the scene that everyone's talking about. So I googled it and looked around and found the actual entire clip, unedited, uncensored, on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
And I was laying in bed, and of course I'm like in bed, so I don't want to I don't play with the audio. Like I haven't watched this clip with audio on. I've only watched the videos of it, the visuals of it. And oh my god, Paul, I can't, for 2 days I couldn't get this freaking stupid art clown thing out of my head. That it was horrific. This is like the worst thing I've ever, like, extremely well done. extremely well. It's like special effects, very gory. Like this is like top tier, just visuals for this thing that would happen. But it doesn't know where to stop. It just keeps going and going and going and going.
And by going and going and going, you mean like it's relentless in terms of what is happening to the victim?
Yes. Yeah. So this clip I watched is 2 minutes and 53 seconds.
Okay.
So I understand that doesn't seem like a lot, but that the whole time is him doing like mutilation to this person.
Oh.
Like it doesn't stop. And I guess it cuts out because there's more to it that happens.
They just stop.
It's just like the clip itself just cuts off because it does transition away from what's happening to like another scene, which I eventually found that part out too. I watched that later, and because I got like sucked into this rabbit hole of watching this horrible movie that people are like, for horror fans and gore fans and all that stuff is top tier in their minds. Like it's, and I guess Art the Clown's been around for a while. The director's made him. He's been in like
that's not going
short anthology horror things, and he's kind of built this character up. In this movie, he sort of kind of tries to flesh out whatever lore they're trying to build behind the character, which
we need to free the rope from under the mess you created up there, boy.
I don't really know. I wouldn't even go into that because I'm not an expert on it.
We will see.
But the gist of Art the Clown is that he is doing these horrific things, but he's a mime. And his face looks a little scary. He has got weird teeth and stuff. But he doesn't say anything the entire time. He's quiet the entire process. Kind of like Jason, I guess, a little bit, right?
Yeah, a little bit. Okay.
But he acts like in such a nonchalant, happy manner when he's doing it. But it's so horrifically done. It's like this juxtaposed thing. And the bedroom this is happening in isn't like it's all brightly lit. Think of like Instagram white girl type bedroom. Like it's like got like things like blessed all over the place, and like all these really nice like lit like areas, and it's just a really nice lit room. And so it's so like it's not like dingy or dark or weird. You're seeing everything happening in pure brightness. So it actually makes it even worse because it's like you're seeing every little moment. It's not like it's the mutilation isn't tinged by like darkness or dark like lighting or anything like that. It's extreme.
So it's because of how stark it is and just like easy to see, plain and easy to see for anybody.
And it's like there's no slowing down in the action. So it's like I don't know how deep I want to explain it to you, and I don't even know. It's like I was like. I feel horrible sharing it with people. But yeah, like I couldn't get this out of my head, but really it's like you think the person's dead and then the person's still alive and he keeps doing more to the person that's alive that's already in agonizing pain and just keeps doing more and more and more and it doesn't stop. And yeah, it's horrible, Paul. It was horrible. That was my weekend.
All right.
Any questions?
Did any of the kids watch this with you?
Of course not.
Smart move.
Would you like me to describe the mutilation, or are you good enough?
I've seen some, like, I'm not a fan of them. Like we've talked. We've talked about horror movies. We both appreciate horror movies, but yeah, a lot of the modern stuff we haven't really been into because I don't know. Some things are good. Some things are just excuse me, are not. But all right. I'm willing to listen. I'll hear what like. Is it something worth describing, like the mutilation of
I mean, I can give you some beats of it. So, like, it starts off with a typical slash up this girl's throat. Okay, so it's a slash up the throat, nothing, but with a small knife. But it like slaps her throat up into her eye, up through her eye. But like it's shown in such a weird, awesome way. Like it's hard to handle. So now you're already dealing with that. That could have been the end of the theme. That's a normal horror movie to me. Like this gruesome slash up someone's face, and then you know she's dead. That would be a normal slasher movie to me. Any Jason movie you've watched.
Like a Scream movie, that would be it. Like,
yeah.
It wouldn't have much more than that. It would be a weird cut.
So then she's like kind of like in pain already, like bleeding all over the place, blood's going all over the place. He grabs a different weapon and starts cutting the skin off her skull around, like in a circle around her face.
Ew.
Pulling that off, and then starts cutting it around her, and then she starts cutting into her skull and showing her brain.
Oh, wow.
And then like kicks her down and then just cuts one of her arms off, like at the joint. Like it just keeps going and going and going.
More traps.
And then you think it's over with, and somehow this girl is still alive. Like she's like crawling around. I don't know how she hasn't fainted yet. And then he runs away and comes back with bleach and salt and pours it all over her and starts rubbing it all over her.
Bleach and salt.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's like, how do I make this even more painful?
Like, and I'm really like seeing it as such a different experience than me explaining it. Probably you can kind of, but it is very realistically done. The only thing that takes you out of it is the fact that she's still like moving around and alive. Like she should be dead.
Or if it's in shock. Or
yeah,
something.
or fainted. But the thing is, like, I don't know the story of it, but like. Then it cuts away to like the main character. She's talking to like the mother or something like that of this girl, and like she's like downstairs and doesn't hear any of this. I didn't have the audio on, so I don't know how that all pans out. And somehow the mother finds out something's going wrong. Sorry, and she comes up into the room, and this Terrifier, Art the clown, still on the bed playing around with this bloody lady who's like she's sitting there, and she just looks, and she like screaming and going nuts, and the clown just sits there and goes, "Oopsie!" Like, "Oh, what did I do?" Like, that's
like in form, like not saying anything. Like,
yeah, like it's like, "Oh, look!" He's just like pointing and laughing at the bloody lady that's on the bed in this brightly lit room, in this really nice looking room.
You know, mimes are creepy on their own, and you don't really need to do much to get them to do.
But the way they do this, you can look up just a picture of the Terrifier just to get a visual of what he looks like. He's not like, that's what I've heard from people about the movie. The movie is not scary. It's like you're not being like scared by anything. You're just,
I see that.
You know it's gonna be just a horrible mutilation every time he does.
There.
Oh man, it took me a while to get that out of my mind, because then I got like stuck in a rabbit hole. I'm like, well, what other kills did he do? So I watched another one from the movie too, and that one was hard to watch too. Like that one was a little bit more violent and kind of fits more of a horror theme, but it just keeps. It doesn't know where to stop. It just keeps going.
It sounds like it had no intention of stopping. Like that was its
was
purpose, was to make you as uncomfortable as possible.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. And it's almost like, it's interesting. It's like you take Art the Clown, you know, without knowing the whole movie, but it's like that's what they call it. That's what he's being called, Art the Clown. And I'm sure there's like other story to it. The movie is like an hour. It's like 130 minutes. It's like a super long horror movie. And I kind of sit there and watch this clown with like the massacred lady on the bed, and the clown almost represents the audience that watches these things. You know what I mean?
Wanting more and more and more, like don't.
Yeah, they find it's not. If that were to happen in real life, it'd be horrific, right? But we sit there and watch these representations of a horrible thing, and the clown just represents the audience. Like, that's silly.
How much do you want? Yeah. Like, how much do you want? We can keep going.
You know, it's like questions. Almost questions, like because of how intense it is. It's like really, why am I watching this?
Yes. No, that's horror at its best. Sometimes that's what it does. It really is social commentary. You know, like like the zombies are like the zombie movies are
Chest Ripper.
really us, you know? Chest Ripper.
As we watch Kratos ripping chests open.
It's true though. Like there's definitely something to that.
I was trying to explain to Amber about like why, because I was like I didn't explain the description of what happened. I was just telling her how much it was like driving me nuts, thinking about those clips that I didn't even watch it with audio. I just watched it on my little phone. More than once, because I kept thinking about it. And I'm like, she's like, why do people get enjoyment out of this? I'm like, well, it's not like I'm the only one that... She's like, I understand that you like horror. Like, I've always liked horror movies, but I just don't watch them as much as I used to, because Amber doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Chest Ripper.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, God.
And it's not like... I don't know, I felt like good horror movies are either like really fun, you know, and interesting in the way that they present like the villain or the killer or whatever it is, or they are kind of like, you know, turning the mirror on society and like everyone like, oh, you want to watch this? Yeah, we'll see what you think.
I came up with a really horrible like response to like the reason horror movies. I was trying to come up with some conceptual thing. And she looks at me. She's like, "Justin, that's the worst thing. Like, that's horrible." Because I was like, somehow I can't remember exactly the words I said, but somehow I was like, well, when you watch horror, it makes you a better person because it makes you not want to do those types of things. They're so horrific.
I mean, like you are a normal person if you like feel an aversion to that. People that watch horror and like, man, I wish I could do that. Like that's a problem. You know, that's a problem.
I'm like, why did I mean it like that? It's not really good at that. Like, but like, I think my point is that it's like there is like it's like watching any film that has a villain. But like in this version of it, it's like you're like, how do you beat such a violent thing? And you're just curious how they get to the end, who survives. Like you just want to see how they survive this horrible thing, right? And I think that's what I like about horror, I guess. I mean, the visuals are cool sometimes, but I don't know. It is kind of a weird thing.
The Terrifier, that's its name?
Yeah. This is Terrifier 2 is the movie that just came out, technically, the sequel.
I'm sorry, it's an awful name, but...
It is. It's a very... But, like, honestly, he's not even called Terrifier in the movie. It's called he's Art the Clown.
Look! Another lantern!
Broken. Leave it.
What could they be for? There's something special about them. I can feel it.
But I think he's a modern day Leprechaun. That's like kind of what I'm looking, because he's not like mainstream, right? But he's like gonna make like 6 movies out of it.
Oh, you think they'll do that? See, that's like horror has got the worst record of that, of just pouring itself out until, you know, the 8th sequel and it's so watered down and, you know, gone from its original.
Well, it's because it's easy to make sequels for horror, I think, too.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely the reason.
All it is just making creative kills and having some way to make the sequel make sense, I guess. But usually that doesn't work out. It's just about the kills in the end. I didn't watch Jason for the lore. I mean, the part of me that thought I did. You know, it's like, oh wow, you know, it's like, how does he come back? Like, oh wow, look at that, the Necronomicon. That's interesting. Like,
very interested in what would happen next. I wanted to know what was the lore of Camp Crystal Lake. You know, like what was there something about the lake?
I mean, the first one, like the thing is the problem with the sequels is like they kind of back in the 80s, right? They didn't plan for the sequels, so you got most of the information in the first movie.
Yeah, I mean the first movie is a good movie on its own because it's, you know, it's just it's an interesting movie too, with like like an original twist ending, you know, not something that people were expecting.
Mm-hmm. I've been because this is Halloween. I got sucked back into Dead Meat since I brought it up earlier.
Yes,
and
That's a good web series. I've been there's a couple movies I've been thinking about that I wonder that they've done. I probably have.
So he only does it, he doesn't do it until they come to Blu-ray. So like for instance, you won't see the kill count for Halloween Ends that just came out.
Sure.
But he usually does like a podcast or something if it's in theaters. But I've been kind of watching all the kill counts for the Chucky movies because I've been I was always a Chucky fan. I like the Chucky movies.
Okay, I think
those sequels are actually not terrible. Like the Seed of Chucky, like those ones, they've been campy, but like they've tried to make them.
I guess the cult of the ones that came after the Seed of Chucky, it was the Cult of Chucky and the Curse of Chucky that went like straight to video.
Yep.
Like I was learning about this in the thing. I'm actually really interested in it because it segues into the series that's out right now.
Oh.
It all
right. It's a Child's Play series.
Well, it's not called Child's Play because that's
no,
like,
but yeah.
I guess he doesn't have the rights to that. That's why they made that other Child's Play movie. But what's intriguing when you watch the Dead Meat thing, because he does a lot of more backstage stuff now, like production and history of building the film. Like the Seed of Chucky did not do good in theaters. I guess it did horrible.
No, Jennifer Tilly being impregnated with Chucky. No.
Well, that was Bride of Chucky. Then Seed of Chucky is just like they have a daughter. Jennifer Tilly she's in the show.
Yeah, she's not given up on the. I love that she's like, I'm in this. Like,
it's a kind of a funny parody of herself though, because like the Seed of Chucky, what she actually plays herself to break because she's
the actress. Yeah,
she's technically dead. The character Jennifer Tilly is technically dead. It's kind of weird and it doesn't make sense if you think about it. But and then she ends up becoming Jennifer Tilly as the character that is in. You know what I mean? Like she's like this weird like I'm gonna possess Jennifer Tilly based on this character of somebody else from the original movie. Oh, you're fighting a troll. I'm sorry. I'm talking a lot. I apologize.
No, I'm very interested. I love talking horror. And anyways, I'm destroying this troll anyway. Darn Folder. Darn Folder's got nothing on us.
This has nothing to do with like Greta. Greta was way better than this guy. I miss Greta. You had to kill Greta though.
Yarn Folder is not gonna last very long. But no, so keep going.
Yeah, so Cult of, like I learned like Cult of Chucky and Curse of Chucky, I've never seen those before. Like I've never watched them. Find out that Cult of Chucky, it just takes place in like a random mansion, and all of a sudden the Chucky doll gets delivered over, but it's still connected to Seed of Chucky. What they did is they casted the daughter of the actor that voices Chucky, Charles Lee Ray, like the character, like the guy that voices Chucky. Yeah. It's the same actor in all the movies. He's done every single one.
Yes,
and
he will never give up that role.
And the daughter is in that movie. She's like the final girl in that movie. Like, but she's like in a wheelchair, like can't walk. And then like you find out like as you go through those stories, like it's like Cult of Chucky, and then she's in Curse of Chucky. Eventually, Charles E. Ray possesses her daughter.
Yes, I do recall this.
And so she has to like act like her dad, like the actor in the body, but she's like all of a sudden acting like Chucky. It's just this weird, sort of interesting thing. And then I guess when you go to the series, they did a lot of backstory on Charles Lee Ray. So what they did is they casted the daughter to play Charles Lee Ray as a child, as a kid, like as a teenager or a young person. because she looks almost identically like him, almost like that. So it's just, and like there's like one scene. Oh, he got his life back?
Yeah, I died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I died.
I was not paying attention.
All the rock.
We haven't talked in so long. I'm just like saying everything I've done.
Oh, that's good. I'm so okay.
I'll let you kill the troll first.
It's actually a good distraction. You keep talking about Chucky. It's a good distraction. I love talking about horror movies. They're, you know, like in the lore of horror movies, because so many of them have so many sequels.
Well,
everybody has seen some like manner of them. You know, you've seen like, oh yeah, I call it one of those. You know, I call it like one of the Jason movies. I call it a Freddy movie.
Yeah.
Maybe not every single one of them. But I've never been the kind of person that I need to see like every single. For example, Friday the 13th movie. Oh, but I had told.
I think I've seen. I think I've seen every Friday the 13th movie.
I
used to be like that. I used to try to get access to as many as I could. I might have missed like New Beginnings, and if I watched New Beginnings, like I don't remember it. I don't know. But what's intriguing is that like a lot of like the people that work on the movie and are in production, like it's all like family members. It's like this daughter, like it's like they've been a Chucky. It's like a Chucky family. It's so cool.
Chucky. I mean, that's fun. I mean, that's like it is interesting that his daughter is involved in such a way.
But there's like a scene, I think, in the show where, because she's still possessed by Charles Lee Ray in the show, but like things can like knock her out of it, and so she can be knocked out and all of a sudden become Nikki, which is the other character's name. But there was like one moment where she's in the room with Jennifer Tilly,
back to the wheel,
and she has to like pretend to be Charles Lee Ray, possessed in her body, but so she has to act that way. It's kind of cool concept to me. I thought it was kind of neat. It's like she's like pretending to be Charles Lee Ray inside of her own body, which is like her, and then all the fact that it's her actual father is like, oh, it's just so weird. But I really want to watch the show. From what I watched the entire, because he does the kill count for the entire first season.
Oh, for the first season of Chucky.
Because the second season's going on right now.
Oh, all right.
And I'm intrigued by that show. It looks, it's like, I don't know why. I just like it looks really fun. I don't know how, in the way they're handling it, the fact that he can become multiple Chuckies, he can like split his soul now, I guess. So you can have more than one Chucky.
We got the claw back.
Yeah, he gets...
there was nothing creepier than when he does his like incantation when he keeps trying to take over the body of the kid.
And in the show, and in the Curse of Chucky, they brought back Andy in the actual original actor.
What?
So he's in it too. Yeah, and you remember Chucky 2, the foster sister he has? That actress is back as well. Like all these actresses are coming back constantly.
I'm sure we can figure this out.
And they're also, like, I was reading about it. It's like, what's her name's going to be in season 2? Gina Carrero? Not Gina. Do you remember the movie Bound?
Oh, yes. Is it Gina Carrera?
I used to own Bound. I used to love to watch them all the time.
Well, yeah, of course, with Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah, because she constantly in the movie, like everyone's like, "Oh, you look so familiar." She's like, "Oh, you're too young to watch Bound." Because she just kind of like calls out the fact that the only movie we know her from is the movie Bound.
Do you think this goes all the way to the top?
We will see soon enough.
Yeah,
I
know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, that's right. That was directed by the Wachowski brothers. I forgot about that. Or sisters now.
Yes.
We're heading into danger.
Do not concern yourself
Gina
with what
Gershon.
might be.
Gershon,
Focus on
Gina
what
Gershon.
is, and be
So
vigilant.
supposedly she's casted
Yes, sir.
for the season 2.
Nice. She'll come back and be like, "Hey, we're making Bound 2."
At
Rebound.
the top, but
Return
we're
of Bound.
closer.
Here we go.
Yeah, I've always been a huge fan of the Chucky series.
Wait,
So much.
that one's not broken. There's a note,
Anyways, God of War.
a giant's prayer.
Yeah.
They're asking their ancestors to watch.
Well, that
over
was actually good fodder for
Guide them
discussion
home.
while doing that giant claw puzzle. That could take a little.
Wait,
Boy.
I think I know how it works.
I'll get let Atreus say some stuff now.
Watch.
Ooh, ah.
Oh. Now we're full.
What did you write?
I asked them to watch over Mother. Do you think they'll watch over us on the way to the top?
Come, boy. It is a long way up.
Health stones.
Whoa! What
Stay back. The tunnel, boy.
Got it. Be careful.
Oh. Oh. Going in the tunnel.
More tests.
Wars mostly carved these tunnels around the giant's traps. Good thing, too. Well, good for me, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Get out!
No, you died.
I went. Well, I thought I was edge. I wasn't. So I moved forward quickly. It wasn't quick enough.
You gotta do the whole thing over again.
Oh, the whole thing. I gotta watch the Giant's Prayer again.
No, you gotta start.
Stay back.
You gotta cut the tree down, all that stuff, all over again. You gotta start from the beginning.
The tunnel, boy.
Got it. Be careful.
More tests.
Whacking.
Wars mostly carved these tunnels around the giant's traps. Good thing, too. Well, good for me, anyway.
Trying to get to this health stone. Now I don't need it.
Oh, come on!
That is not helping.
See you on the other side.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Be ready.
You weren't ready, Paul. You said to be ready. Nice. Nice return.
Thank you.
I would be careful. You can only take like one more hit.
You think? Let's see. Anybody health stones anyway? One back there, but I don't think I can make it. Going the other direction.
And go.
Going for that health stone first.
Another mining room. It may not be as long a way up as we thought.
Hello, everyone in the stream. If you're watching us, hope you're having a good night today. We can talk about some horror movies.
There.
Yeah, I also did some kill counts for the Michael Myers movie because I was curious about the plot of. I think that's what got me into this whole thing was like learning about what happens in these newer Michael Myers movies. I was curious the plot of those because I've never watched them.
You know, those are one like I've only ever seen the first two. I I saw, and I don't even remember the second one, but I remember the first one pretty well.
You don't remember Halloween Kills? It came out last year.
No, I've seen. I'm just saying, like, of the Halloween series, I've only ever really watched the original.
Well, the original ones, okay.
Yeah.
Well, the timelines for these movies are so weird. So, like, you
had like a significant, what do you call it, cliffhanger. So
yeah, you have 1 and 2, right? Halloween 1 and 2, and then you had 3, which had nothing to do with Michael Myers whatsoever.
Yeah, it had nothing. It's
kind
of like a.
Go ahead.
It's a strange movie. If you, that's the. I think that's the one I did see, not 2, because it has, yeah. It's kind of a. I wouldn't say it's worth watching, but
I watched the kill count of it, and I can see why it would be entertaining.
How far do you think we'll be able to see?
And because it's like just wild kills that happen in that movie.
We will see when we get there. Until then,
that's
eyes
a
open.
horror movie with something to say. Like it's.
Because I guess initially they wanted Halloween to be more of a kind of like it's a new thing every, like kind of like I guess like Final Fantasy, like it's where the new story every time. You know, it's like
it serves me well.
It just happened on Halloween.
I guess. Not a terribly fun way to live, though.
New. So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say like
ready yourself, boy.
The timeline. It's like you have your timeline of 1, 2, and then they had like 3 had nothing to do with it. Then 4, 5, and 6 all kind of like did their own little story of like he had a sister and like he tried to possess the sister and he needs to like. And Paul Rudd's in one of these movies too, which I thought was weird. I forgot that he was in one of the Halloween movies.
Probably looks exactly the same too.
No, he actually looks kind of different. But then when they made H2O,
enemies ahead.
Oh, that's all right.
Which I've actually always liked H2O, but like that brought back Laurie Strauss, and they pretty much canceled all the other Halloweens and made they made it seem like it was happening right after 2. And then Resurrection was horrible. That had what's his name? The rapper.
Rhymes.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I remember from it. Really.
Doing kung fu.
Yes. As you do.
And then they made like the remakes with Rob Zombie. I think they made 2 of those.
Terrible.
And then they made the Halloween that just came out in 2018, and that timeline skips 2. Yep. And it's a sequel to 1. It's like so weird. The whole thing.
That I thought was kind of interesting that the new Halloween movies just like negated everything. They're like, nope, 1 is the one that we're going with.
How was that for fun?
I get it.
Because 2 technically wasn't written by John Carpenter,
stuck.
I guess initially. He was like just a producer. But
well, like a lot of horror sequels, the original visionary doesn't want anything to do with the sequels. It's like they tell their story, and that's it. But yeah, it was like trying to harken back to the original.
How much farther do we have to go?
I do not know.
Satisfying. From what I understood, it was good. Looked really cool. I saw bits and pieces of it actually.
I'll be ready.
Actually didn't.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but 1. Kills people like had like mixed feelings on. There was a lot of cool scenes in it. It's just the story was weird. And then I've heard I've read the plot of 3, and I just I don't know what they were thinking with that one. Hello. Again, who does the paint job on these monsters? They do such a good job.
Maybe he does it himself, you know?
But we had this conversation before. He's never going to get that good detail on the back of the movie.
Oh, okay, on the back, yeah. He has got somebody do my back.
like watching the Terrifier movie all over again. Good job.
Stuck again.
I'm proud of you.
I know.
That's what I said good job, I'm proud of you, and Kratos says, I know.
Shouldn't we get moving? They could be back any moment.
Yes, yes.
So just
Pretty
stand
good
there
on this.
and don't do anything.
It's a fun part, you know? It's like, there's another part like this later on, you know, where you're with Atreus, like, going up an elevator. Oh, and they slid off. Oh, well. That's
I
okay.
think we're safe now.
It would seem.
We are not safe.
Father, after we scatter Mother's ashes, what then? What comes next?
Nothing comes next. We go home.
That's it? The adventure is over?
For now. But we will have much to do. You were right earlier on the boat after cutting down the last tree. You said it felt like something had changed. And it has. And our home is no longer safe. But it will be again. And we must continue your trading.
Okay.
So by the adventure is over, what he means is we're going to have to kill every Aesir god that comes to find us. So.
I have a feeling they're not going to do that, though. I feel like they're not going to make it be like God of
We're
War 3,
almost at
where
the
you have to
summit.
kill every god.
Nothing's gonna stop us.
For the Pantheon. Oh,
Yeah, dragon
Stay
time!
behind me.
arm yourself, boy.
Here's my hand. I want you to hit it. He just sits there waiting for you to hit it.
That's real good. Yeah. Take one. Ah!
Were there dragons in Norse mythology?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm curious now.
Hairy dragons. They look cool with this. I like it.
It's like an electric dragon. It's like a Pokemon.
Be ready.
Boom. Here we go. I'm angry.
Bye-bye.
No, you don't.
Phew. That was intense.
One way of putting it, yes. Terrifying.
While you investigate, I'm going to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Hold up. Ow.
Whoa, what was that?
We need the power of electricity.
That looks like a root of the Yggdrasil tree.
Shatter crystals. Right. Maybe if I take some of this
Is
hot
that
sap.
a sap?
Crystallized sap. And there's power inside.
Power and
Incredible.
sap. Be a successful energy drink. Power sap.
I can't believe we fought a dragon.
Drinking
I
straight
was aiming for his eyes, but I kept losing my footing. Do you think this is their home? Did they move in after the giants left? Or are they why the giants left?
Boy, the air grows thin here. No more questions. Breathe.
Here grows thin.
Oh, yes. I see.
I've got one excited boy over here asking a ton of questions.
Oh,
I'm using the power sap too. Oh, Sindri.
Do you hear
Sindri's
that?
in trouble.
Sounds like
My
someone
best
screaming.
friend Sindri. No one will harm you, Sindri. Not on my watch. Oh, unless it's a dragon.
Wait, boy.
It's Sindri. Can you kill something that big?
If we can catch it off balance.
I can distract him.
What are you doing?
We have to help him.
Break right. Find an angle. Wait for my mark.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dragon, like,
Over here!
go right. I'll go left. Here we go.
Has Lair? Burrow's Lair?
Freslier. Take that time. You won't be able to taste human blood ever again. Open up, Puggy. Ah! Power sap. Using some of the crystals. Oh, that one actually worked.
All he was doing was trying to play. You're being really mean.
He's just playful. He's a puppy. Switching sides.
According to Norse mythology, this is not one of the dragons.
There are
At least
dragons.
there are. One is Jormungandr and the other one's Nidhogg.
Oh, wait, that's the like a kind of like the world serpent, a giant snake type thing.
That's what's his name, the Jormungandr.
Oh crap! Fair play stops in 5 minutes.
Oh no!
I'll do my best.
You can pause it.
That's true.
You're definitely not gonna get all that health down to 5 minutes.
Power sap. Come on.
And then the other dragon is Fafnir.
Deal damage to his claws. Revoke him. Alright. Put down. Let's revoke you. Put your electrical attack on him instead. provoking him. Oh, gosh.
3 minutes. Go on, pause it.
Alright. Oh, I got his electrical.
After that, pause it.
Alright. Here we are. Whew. Can take a breath. Take a little breather here.
I was looking up. So why I'm doing this, though, I was looking up some information.
Sure.
This dragon's name is Harziliers. Harziliers is close to the word of Harzla, which means terror in Old Norse.
Oh, so that's what. Yeah, Atreus had found that word, terror, written on one of the things that I had him read. So yeah, it makes sense.
So this creature can be considered the Nordic equivalent of opening boss like Aegon, Basilisk, Hydra, Scylla, Colossus, Rhodes, Poseidon, and Hippocampi from the previous games. So I guess I'm just reading a fandom thing on God of War because this is not a reference to any kind of like North mystic. Like it's not an actual dragon from North mythology.
Sure. They've taken some liberties in this, which is fine.
Anyways,
I mean, it is a video game.
Yeah. What am I doing? Okay, that's right. I'm just gonna fight the dragon for you.
No. Join the show. Sure.
Got it?
Oh, yep, I'm connecting. This is a good little.
The power of PlayStation.
More power sap.
You know they're making an Amazon series for this game?
Amazon. Yeah, you know, I remember hearing about that. Is that?
Yeah.
Really still happening?
Yep. Oh no! You died!
No, it's okay.
The share play, right. The share play killed you.
That's what did it. My poor health management. Oh,
hey, you hit like a checkpoint.
Yeah.
Game's so nice, letting you like do partial damage. Music is so good. I don't think you appreciate the music as much when you're playing the game.
It's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's really good music. I've always knew it was good music, but I hear it more right now, you know.
Well, I'll just hear a little that this is Bear McCreary made the music for this, who also did the music for the Rings of Power show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Speaking of Rings of Power, we'll be talking about that this coming Thursday. I'm curious, Paul being the Lord of the Rings. I don't know. I wouldn't say you're like a super fan, but you're like the Lord of the Rings expert in my life.
You can call me a super fan. I think I'm a fan. Got him.
I would say myself a big fan.
Sure, there are lots of.
I'm not as knowledgeable as you are.
I would put Kristen in the line of big fan as well. She loves the movies and she's read all the books, except for the Silmarillion. But funny, a friend of hers wants to read it and was like, "We should do a book club of the Silmarillion." I'm like, we'll read one chapter at a time. How do I go? Where am I? I'm like underneath the belly.
She needs to finish real time first.
Oh, don't worry, she will. She's almost done with it.
I need to finish real time first.
Everyone needs to finish.
Oh, I would love that. I'm gonna save our conversation for Lord of the Rings for Thursday. But I don't. I mean, based on your reaction to your ending, like I don't want you to think I hated this show. I really love this show. I just, for some reason, am extra critical with certain things. But it didn't like make me hate it.
Well, there are some things that I thought were kind of cheesy as well. So
we can talk more in depth on Thursday. If anyone's watching this right now, I don't think anyone's in our live stream right now. But if you are, later, we'll be having it up on our YouTube channel soon. I feel like this boss fight was a little bit too long.
it's pretty intense, but I think I look at it like they want you to get the scope of fighting a dragon. You know?
Sure. I just think it's a lot of hitting him in the eye. It's like it almost has like too much health.
Yeah, that I would agree. But definitely at this point I would agree. And then he takes off. I love that he just like he'll leave. He's like, screw this.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I have a plan. Be ready to lower the crane on my mark.
I don't know how this thing works.
I do not care. Be ready.
Help. That help. Oh, great. That's right there. Come on.
Don't swing the ice. Get the help. Get the help. Risk reward.
He crushed it. Oh, there it is.
You're losing more health.
There we go.
Trying to get the health. Come on.
That is a little bit of health. Let's go back to our little plan here. Stomp waves.
This music's so good.
Away from some of those things. Come on.
I never think games would ever get this good. Seriously, though. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we are lucky. Considering where we started with games, like, we are living in golden age.
All these kids nowadays want to play Fortnite.
Yeah, seriously. Like,
That was in my daughter's practice math question. Like, it was like a word problem.
oh, really?
And she's like, so like this like Johnny like won 10 Fortnite games, and then he won 10 more the next day. How many does he have? Or it was something I can't remember the exact problem, but you know what I mean. Like I'm like, are you forgetting? She's like, Clinton's like, well, Dad, Fortnite and Minecraft and Boom Blocks are the biggest things for video games. You didn't know that? I'm like, well, yeah, I did know that. I don't know why, but. Not Boom Blocks, Roblox. Sorry, the Boom Blocks. The old Wii game that came out. Created by Steven Spielberg.
That's right. I remember it was just, like, created by Steven Spielberg. Like, he just, like, rolled an idea on a napkin. And they were like, created by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah! Good job, Kratos.
I know.
It's another day in my life.
Wow. We actually did it. And you!
But nobody's killed a dragon for hundreds of years. Not since the grand culling of the worms. And unless I'm mistaken, you did all that for me.
You are mistaken. The dragon was simply in our path, nothing more.
You deny it all you want, but you saved me, and that deserves compensation.
Those are flame too. Gonna get my axe.
What are these?
What is that?
Oh,
Braided mistletoe arrows. Straighter than Heimdall and perfectly weighted.
for Baldur.
Thanks.
Oh. Okay. Hold on. Ooh, not that. Have you seen my brother again?
Yeah, he said you lost your talent.
Oh, and that I'm selfish? No, I'm sure. That I value a weapon's look? No. Over its purpose? That I'm pretentious? No. And uptight? Fussy? I know what he thinks, but he can't hurt me any. Ah!
Kind of
Burn
bad.
I do not have time for this.
No. 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 Wait. 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 I have a better idea.
What?
I just need a tooth from that dragon.
I'm not a dentist.
All right, fine. The tooth.
Doesn't matter what
I love how
shoes.
this is like, okay, you get the tooth.
Watch where you grab that. Oh, never mind. Oh, so unclean. Oh, so unclean. Oh. Oh, the smell.
Oh, the smell.
That should do. Oh.
Oh.
I have to say, one of my
Yeah.
favorite things about
I am not touching that.
Rings of
Just
Power is
Hold it out.
Durin and his wife.
I know, they're very funny. I love Durin.
Like, he looks ridiculous with his
Now,
hair.
run
Like
that
the
along the
whole like
string
get
of
up he
your son's
has. Like,
bow.
it's so much hair.
They all do.
But it like
Yeah.
they don't.
Just
It
humor me.
works at the same time.
Atreus, your bow.
Hey, everyone in the chat, let us know how
Two
your
passes
evening's
should do
going.
Gently
We've been
now.
killing dragons and talking about horror movies. So happy Halloween.
Shock arrows. So I can hit those. That hot sap.
Whoa.
Oh, sure. Now you're impressed.
Those mistletoe arrows.
Oh, how do I explain this? I've added a new vibrating pattern to the bowstring's fiber, aiming it at that hardened world tree sap will vibrate its patterns to fracture.
This is so
Figured it out
weird.
on your own then.
Where he like the way he
I
poses,
wasn't just explaining.
just
to
to let him do an arrow shot.
Thing. No, just anything to help you. Yep. Can I just say, it's a sad day for your enemies.
And watching this, I'm really trying my hardest not to buy Ragnarok Day 1.
I might be. I think I might be. I don't think I'm gonna wait.
You're gonna play PS4 base version? Hopefully, I would wait to see how that version is before you get it.
Fine.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
but to make sure it's not like
Like
buggy
broken.
as hell.
I don't think
Yeah.
PlayStation would do that, but like,
Works like
Just be
weirder
careful.
things have happened.
just wait for official reviews on how the PS4 version is, I guess. Because you don't even have a Pro version, so it's like.
Will it even work?
Hey, I gave you a link to get a free PlayStation 5.
Isn't that what I'm doing right now? I'm trying to beat the game.
You've already beaten the game before, though.
Yes. Do you have to like earn it again? or
No,
something?
I think it's as long as you've already beaten it. I actually didn't read it. I just sent it to you. I just sent the link to you because you could win it in something. I think you already had to have beaten it to be able to get a free one.
Oh, superior. Where's reference?
Ding, ding.
Very good. All right. I don't think we have anything to sell.
I would say don't
Don't
get
let
it
the
until we
Draugr get
finish
you.
this Let's Play.
I think that would be fair.
Then you can kind of feel it out after that, you know.
Yes. I'm just relieved here.
Feels
trying
like
to
it
think.
wasn't that long ago we were hunting
The game
deer.
comes out what?
Now we fought dark elves,
Not next week. The
trolls,
week after?
and ogres, and a dragon.
Wow,
They
yeah.
come out
I
next
feel like we
week?
could be anything.
Yeah, holy
We
crap.
win because we are determined, disciplined, not because we feel ourselves superior.
Sure, I know. It's just, It feels good to be strong, you know?
Yes, I know.
November 9th. You think we're gonna be streaming the night before it comes out if we continue to do it Tuesday? We could double up our God of War streams to just get this done faster. Well, you know, we could.
Oh, goodness. Well, you know, we could get there. I mean, we are progressing through the story pretty fast. I think we're going to be.
I'm trying to think what else you have to do. You still haven't fought Thor's like minions, or what those two guys you have to fight? What are their names?
They're his sons, Magni and Modi.
I'm gonna like this.
Yes.
I don't remember. You
Sons
have to
of
fight
Thor.
them.
Bound didn't completely go up.
You still have to go to hell.
That
We get
crystal,
to the mirror.
I shot it once, but it's
Alright, so
going
we don't even have the head. What's his name yet? The head.
Mimir.
Mimir.
So we just said we need to.
So what? We're probably halfway through the game right now.
When we get to the mountaintop, that's like a big. That's when we see Magni and Modi and Baldur for the first. Well, not for the first time, but.
Yeah. We're already in part 5 of this playthrough, and that's 5 weeks we've done this.
Yeah, we might have to double up a little bit.
Well, you want to? I'm going to be on this. That's one thing I haven't brought up on the stream yet. I'm going to be doing this charity stream the weekend of the 5th for Extra Life.
Yeah, you're going to. Yeah, they're doing.
Yeah, I'm going to be going to charity stream that's held in Rome, New York. There's going to be 60 people at this thing. Well, at least 60 people that are registered anyway. Doesn't mean they'll actually all show. But you can. I know you can't make it, but you could always join in. Oh, you died.
Already. Not being very careful.
It's not my fault. I feel like I caused your death more than I helped you with.
No, you're okay. I'm not being careful, but
I do know you do die a lot more with like I feel like you die more with the random minions than you do the bosses. Because you don't you're not like thinking as much. You're like just like whatever, random minion, you just want to try it.
yeah, and they keep increasing in difficulty, and I'm not caring. I'm just like, okay, fighting.
But what I was saying is I'm going to be doing a 24-hour stream, which we could easily do part of this game during it if you are free from your own house.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm not sure about the. Oh, these guys are praying. Sorry, to disturb your whatever you were doing.
Good job, Atreus. Get him! Get him! Get him! Who's that guy? Oh, yeah.
He's just a bigger dude. Not a traveler, like a traveler without the armor.
The one thing the previews did say that the enemy variety is amazing in the new game.
Yeah. A little different than this.
Yeah, and the fact you have the blades from the start is like awesome.
That is kind of crazy. I wonder, like, you know, what they're gonna do with that. You've already seen some of it, you know, just in terms of like traveling around.
I bet there's gonna be something that happens that because I think the preview only allowed them to only talk about 4 hours or something like that. And I feel like I was listening. I mean, obviously, I listened to another YouTube channel which I've called out a couple today. Kind of funny, but like from what they were saying is like the last time they previewed God of War is that they only allowed you to preview up to a certain point, it was right after it where all the story things started to happen. So they couldn't really speak to all the crazy stuff.
You gotta find a way to lower that bridge.
Oh, okay.
That has to be the way out of here.
So they don't really know.
Here, boy. Another one.
I think
This
this is
one's
going to
called
be a really
Emu.
good game.
Mother tried to tell me this one.
I don't know if it's going to
I
be.
was too young.
I feel like it's just
Are
going to be a
giants coming
continuation
out
of
of his
this. I don't think it's
armpits?
going to be like outshining it or anything like that. I
think
just
that
think
might
it's
be
just going to be
Odin's
like
Boy.
such a like a more variety, like more versatile, more variety, more fun combat all the way through versus like the build up of getting the blades and stuff like that. And then you're gonna have this awesome story. I really think it's gonna be good. I'm trying not to overhype myself,
now it's
but
stuck on the other side.
Well, yeah, you said like you already have the blades when you start, as well as Mimir. You already have the head.
what you know, that's another thing I heard is the fact you have him already,
I will never
and
get
he's
tired
part of the
trying to do
conversation the
this.
whole way through. It just adds to the enjoyment of the game more because you're constantly getting that dialogue and banter and interaction. Keep getting his health back. Head
These guys
smasher. But you said you might not be able to do the join in on the charity stream even from your house.
Oh, from my house, maybe I can do that.
That's
yeah.
what I meant. That's what I meant.
Okay, I see.
Like I mean, I'm gonna be streaming all. I mean, for what there's a schedule for this thing, and mostly the streaming is gonna be in the evening. I want to try to stream as much as I can and try to raise money, for the children.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna have times where you could maybe block off some time to stream God of War during charity stream. I mean, why not? If you're up for it, join it. I just don't know how good the internet connection is and whether or not SharePlay would work in that location. That's the only. I'm assuming it would be good if they have all these people streaming games out. But
yeah, what are you planning on like bringing? Are you just going to be
just bringing all my stuff. I'm bringing my PlayStation 5, my computer, my Switch, my capture card.
Boy. Over
Tyler
here.
said he's gonna have a
Yes,
monitor
sir.
there because I'm gonna be with Tyler.
I was wondering.
I guess
about
Sean. I guess our friend Sean's going. He actually is on our channel.
Oh,
He was on our unboxing of Hero Quest, but he'll be there. I think a couple of shots. I guess a lot of people are going to this. Tyler asked me to go initially because a lot of his friends always end up not staying or not going, so he wanted someone to be there the whole day because he gets kind of bored. He doesn't really know the other people part of this group that well, but he always just like he wants to be part of it. And I guess he's running. Ooh, hello.
a little different.
That is what I call a wandering monster. You search for treasure.
That's the epitome of a wanderer.
That is like a perfect example of a wandering monster. That's funny.
You got Hero
I
on the
see
brain.
movement.
Huh?
Said you got Hero Quest on the
I
brain.
do have Hero Quest in the brain. Oh my god! I'm so I know you were in my our Hero Quest group chat. You saw that. You saw what I posted.
Yes, I did. I sure
It's getting
did.
colder.
Hey, at least I've been getting some use out of that. I've been playing that. Jeff came over a few weekends ago.
Not long now.
We got through Quest 9. It's just I'm just replaying the base quest though. That's the only thing. I want to get to the expansions.
I think we're this
That's pretty. There's the mountain.
Look, the summit.
It's a good
We're
place
so
to stop
close
right there, right?
yeah, I mean, do we want to get
Your quiver.
introduced to
Strap broke
the
when we fought the
head?
dragon. It's all right.
I unless you
hold
think
it.
it's gonna take forever to get there. I don't think it'll get right.
No, we're just gonna. I think it's just a little climb and some story. That's it.
Okay.
Broken quiver will slow your draw. Pain we endure. Faulty weaponry we do not. This will do for now. Good?
Good.
Go.
No, we're becoming friends.
Steady, boy. Mind your footing.
Oh.
Yeah, knock him off the cliff. You were asking me a question about that charity thing. I don't know what you're asking.
No, I just asked you what you were bringing, and you were saying everything, basically.
I'm not sure I'm going to bring my TV. I guess they're going to have some TVs there, but yeah, I mean, I'm just going to be fun. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Tyler also is going to be running tournaments there. So he's running the Rocket League tournament. There's going to be I don't think he's running the Magic tournament, because I don't feel like, unless he is running that too, I don't really know. But he's running all the tournaments, and that ends. The event starts at 10, but the tournaments end around like 8, 9 o'clock. But you don't have to be part of the tournaments at all. You can just do your own thing. Hello, everyone. Hello, that's watching us right now. This is if you're just joining in. This is Playing Favorites. That's Paul. That's Paul that's playing the game right now. I'm Justin, just kind of giving moral support.
Too, right?
Yes.
Let us know in the chat if you love God of War and you're gonna play Ragnarok. We're debating.
That sounds like the same man who came to our house. You said you killed him.
You brought company this time. Must be important if the sons of Thor deign to grace me with their presence. Tell me, you two still tripping over yourselves to impress Daddy?
The tattooed man. Tracks show he now travels with a child. Where would they go next?
Why would I know that?
You're the smartest man alive, aren't you?
Smarter than all the dead ones, too.
You help me, I help you. Tell me where they are, and I'll talk to Odin.
Your father won't let me go, Baldur, and he won't let you kill me. You have nothing to offer me, so take your questions, take your threats, take these two worthless wankers, and piss off!
I love Mimir in this game.
No one's looking. We'll be back for your other eye.
Don't you forget, we're everywhere.
We really are, aren't we?
Oh, shut up, you.
Why was the beast tree updated? What did you do? I don't understand. Did you just update the people that were standing on the cliff?
Yep.
Ah, the very topic of conversation. A tattooed man traveling with a child.
Boy, check their path. Make sure we're all alone.
But we just saw them leave.
Do as I say.
I'm gonna talk to the tree.
He doesn't know what you are.
And I would keep it that way. Who are you?
Me? I'm the greatest ambassador to the gods, the giants, and all the creatures of the Nine Realms. I know every corner of these lands, every language spoken, every war waged, every deal struck. They call me Mimir, smartest man alive. And I have the answer to your every question.
Why does the son of Odin hunt us?
Okay, there are a few gaps in my knowledge. Odin's had me imprisoned here for 109 winters. I'm a clever lad. I can piece it together. Promise. Just given time.
Nobody there, just like I said.
The boy's mother is dead. She wished her...
She wanted us to spread her ashes on the highest peak in all the realms.
Oh, then you've come to the wrong place, little brother. The highest peak in all the realms is not here in Midgard. It's in Jotunheim, realm of the giants.
No!
Angry.
Take a look.
Oh.
This is the last known bridge to Jotunheim in all the realms. See that mountain? Looks like a giant's finger scraping the sky. That's the highest peak in all the realms. No here.
Can't we just take that bridge? We have a Bifrost.
When the giants destroyed all other bridges to their realm, they locked this one up with a secret rune. If it still exists, only a giant would know it.
And all of them left Midgard a long time ago.
True.
But today, the winds of fate have kicked up a strange vortex of coincidence. Fact is, there's only one person alive who can get you where you need to go. And luckily for you, my schedule's wide open.
She's totally there.
We're going to Yodna,
totally is
right?
planning something.
It's your best and only move
Yeah,
from a
like
tactical
there's-
standpoint. It's the one place the man who cannot be
Markers
killed
they can
won't
play.
follow you.
What do we do?
Yes!
First, you need to cut off my head.
Wait, what?
Odin made sure that no weapon, not even Thor's hammer, could free my body from these bonds. But fortunately, you don't need my body. The trick is, we need to find someone who can reanimate my head using the old magic.
Old magic. There's a witch of the woods. She knows the old ways.
And she'll help. She might do worth a try.
But if she fails, he will be dead.
He tortures me, you know. Every day, brother. Odin himself sees to it personally, and believe me, there is no end to his creativity.
I can't wait to see what Odin looks like in this
Every
game.
single day.
No, I'm not expecting it to be like
This,
crazy, but I'm interested.
this isn't
Well, I'm
living.
just curious their take on it. You know, it's like
Yeah, exactly.
they seem to follow what
Oh, I can't
like
watch
the
this.
descriptions of Norse mythology is. So I wonder what like a good
Mother.
like.
In case you can't resurrect me, there's something you need to know. The boy, the longer you wait to tell him his true nature, the more damage you do. He will resent you, and you may lose him forever.
There's much about me I would not have him know.
So you value your privacy more than your son, eh?
I'm going to cut off your head now.
I love that
enough.
one.
Go ahead.
Yodna! We're going to Yodna! We're going to find the long-lost
Well,
realm of the giants.
what do you say? This might be a good place to stop for tonight.
Inconvenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Have a head.
just what I was
and
going to
go
say.
reanimate it.
He might be dead when we get back. We wait a week. Can you last? Can a head
Really?
stay a week?
We really wait that long?
I was just seeing what the description of Odin was. Odin was depicted as a tall old man with a
Soon we'll
flowing
be
beard
able to
and only
translate
one
those
eye.
Muspelheim runes.
The other he gave in exchange for wisdom. He usually is depicted wearing a cloak and wide-brimmed hat and carrying a spear.
Usually two
Do
ravens.
you remember the way to the witch's
rest on his
house?
shoulders.
Yes.
Thought and
The
memory.
woods with the blood-red leaves, south of the lake. I know just where to go.
We can end it here.
Hope she made it back from Alfheim and can bring Mimir back.
Okay.
He seemed
to you,
nice.
though.
And we'll remember to use
Before you
this.
I'm
You
good.
know
what,
I'm
I'll
good to go farther, but if you want to stop here, that's cool.
Let's see if I can use this to come back.
Gotta go to the middle, I think.
Take us through the lake of the Brock's shop. There we can go. Yeah, that's probably this. What is this? Oh, come on. Alright. Brock's. Yeah, we can stop there tonight. Pick this up. Hold on. We'll walk between
Look
the
at this
realms.
place. This must be a branch of the World Tree.
We
Boy,
haven't gone through this.
stay on the path.
Right.
we jump?
Right, I know. I can't believe it was Baldur that came to our house. The Aesir god. Baldur! And you fought him. And won!
Yes.
One of Odin's
I did.
sons. Thor's brother. And now he's hunting us with his nephews. Why is this happening?
If we can raise the head, you can ask him.
Okay. You know, it's silly, but I secretly hope we find a giant somewhere in that mountain. I guess they really did leave Midgard, except for the serpent. He may be the last of his kind. Are you the last of your kind too? Is that why you don't like to talk about
My kind.
I mean, your family. Before Mother and I. Where you came from. Mother, the father?
Now is not the time for that.
Yes, sir.
When will it be the time, Kratos?
I love talking about my mother and father to my kids. Come on, Kratos.
Rock! 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 What? I'm on a fucking break. Don't hear me screeching at you whenever you're twiddling your short and curlies.
Leave him, boy.
No, Pep. Well, you already soiled my solitude, so you may as well join me.
You're not hungry.
Good. It's not what I was offering.
Saw your brother again.
Congratulations. And I'm sure you'll let him go and Roger my axe good and plenty again. Hmm? Let's see the damage.
Do you think that Brock from the Pokemon show is named after this character?
Wouldn't know proper weight and balance if it
Yes,
were
and so is
dangling off
Brack,
his
the
chut.
Space Ghost.
I mean, dwarves like rocks. Brock was a rock. You know, gym leader.
You eating well enough?
Oh,
I guess.
Good. All better.
I want to fix things like that. Come on, give me the
Right.
ability just to hit things one time.
Now what the fuck else
Better.
you want, huh? Times he gets so wrapped up in his work, Sentry hasn't the sense to sip or sup. And if he does remember, good luck getting him to cook his own meat. Guess I got all the stomach in the family. Along with the smarts. Like that spit fister? What do you know?
I just mean that.
Do you mind? Trying to concentrate here, already on a break from my break.
that's his, what do you call it?
Always a pleasure. Now fuck right
beast.
along.
Oh god.
His beast of burden.
What is,
Okay.
who is,
That
who is the
alchemist
voice
what
actor
needed
of Brock?
finding.
Robert Craig.
Brock,
Fuck else you
His
need?
name is
how come
Robert.
your brother's got half your
Craighead.
brand?
Cause I ain't in a working relationship
Robert
with
Craighead?
that public.
Is that-
Craighead.
I wasn't about to let him use
What
it
kind of head
without
does he
me,
have?
and he
A Craighead.
likewise. Only thing
He
to
looks
do
like a
was
Craig.
split the brand 50-50
I feel
down
like
the
I've heard
middle.
his name somewhere else. though.
Guess that was the
Or
last
his,
thing we
voice
saw eye to
somewhere.
eye on. What? You want a hug? Hit the road.
Well, this might be a good place
Sorry.
to. This is a good place to stop. I'll do
Yes.
some upgrading behind the scenes, so the viewers don't have to lie.
Okay.
But
Sounds good.
then good, yeah. We fought our first dragon. It's not the last time we'll confront a dragon, but yeah, we survived that. Fought an ogre as well, and a relative of Brenna Dowdy. But I'd say a pretty good night's
Good-
work.
Good sampling of chest rippers too, and we talked a lot about horror movies. So, all right. Well,
Yeah.
this has been Playing Favorites Replay. I'm Justin.
Paul, have a good